हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। अरे जय जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जना वल्लभा जय गिरि बरधारी। जय जय यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। जमुना तीरा बनचारे जय जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हरे। जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधा गोपीनाथ राधे राधे। जय जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधा गोपीनाथ राधे राधे। जय श्री गोपाल श्री गोपाल जय श्री गोपाल। जय गौरनीता जय गौरनीता गौरनीता जय गौरनीता। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतशिष्य मध्य डिवाइन ग्रेस ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमद् डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिके। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वंशाकल्पतरुवश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण राम राम हरे हरे। श्रील प्रभुपाद की। हरे कृष्ण। So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 5 and verse number 45. Yes. तन्वहि असत्वृत्तिभिरक्षिभिर्ये परार्थानन्तर्मनस परेश अतो न पश्यन्ति उरुगाय नूनम् एते पदन्यासविलासलक्षः तान्वैह्य सद्वृत्तिभिरक्षिभिर्ये परहारतान्तर्मनसः परेश अथो न पश्यन्ति उरुगायनूनम् एते पदन्यासविलासलक्षा तान्वैह्य सद्वृत्तिभिरक्षिभिर्ये परारतान्तर्मनसः परेश अथो न पश्यन्ति उरुगायनूनम् एते पदन्यासविलासलक्षः Mataji's. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Purport. So today we'll read the second part of the purport. Such offenders cannot actually see the lotus feet of the Lord within themselves, nor are they... first I'll read the translation, then the second part of the purport. Translation. O great Supreme Lord, offensive persons whose internal vision has been too affected by external materialistic activities cannot see your lotus feet, but they are seen by your pure devotees, whose one and only aim is to transcendently enjoy your activities. Purport. Such offenders cannot actually see the lotus feet of the Lord within themselves, nor are they even able to see the devotees of the Lord. The devotees of the Lord are so kind that they roam to all the places to enlighten people in God consciousness. The offenders, however, lose the chance to receive the Lord's devotees. Although the offenseless common man is at once influenced by the devotee's presence. In this connection, there is an interesting story of a hunter and Devarshi Narada. A hunter in the forest, although a great sinner, was not an intentional offender. He was at once influenced by the presence of Narad, and he agreed to take the path of devotion, leaving aside his hearth and home. But the offenders Nalakuver and Manigriv, even though living amongst the demigods, though by grace of devotee they were later delivered by the Lord, offenders have to wait until they receive the mercy of the devotees, and then they can become eligible to see the lotus feet of the Lord within themselves. But due to their offenses and their extreme materialism, they cannot see even the devotees of the Lord. Engage in external activities, they kill the internal vision. The Lord's devotees, however, do not mind divorce. The Lord's devotees continue to bestow the blessings of devotion upon all such offenders without hesitation. That is the nature of devotee. Om Ajnanatimarandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashat Deshatarine Vanchakalpataruvasya Kripa Sindhubhevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. Very beautiful translation and also purport. In the translation is mentioned that those who are offenders of devotees, they can never see the lotus feet of Krishna. But those who appreciate Krishna's devotees, Krishna's devotion, they will surely see the devotees. Once there was a woodcutter. He went to, every day he would go to the forest to cut down some trees. So one day he went to the forest and he cut down 2 branches of a same tree. He brought it in the market and he sold both the branches. So the first branch was sold to a Brahmana. So, and the other branch, the Brahmana took that wood and used that wood or burned that wood in the fire, yajna fire. Other person who purchased the another branch, he used that wood for funeral fire. Although the 2 branches of a same tree, but because of the association of the Brahmana, that one branch of wood got the chance to be burnt into fire, yajna fire. And because the other person, he used it in funeral fire. It's all depend on association. Even Narad Muni also. Here Narad Muni gave association to hunter. Hunter became the greatest sage, Rishi. Just like from the sky, from the clouds, in the rainy season, all the drops of water falls from the cloud. At the beginning, all those droplets or drops of waters, they are very crystal clear, pure. There is no contamination at all. But one drop of water falls into gutter, becomes a part of the gutter. Because it's so tiny, so insignificant, it cannot influence the entire gutter. Therefore, it merges into the gutter water. The second water drop falls into oyster. And because of the association of oyster, it becomes a pearl, moti. The third water drop falls on a hot pan. And because of it's so hot, immediately gets evaporated. The fourth water drop falls into Ganges. And because of the holy association of Mother Ganga, that water drop also becomes Ganga Jal. Although it had no qualification, but because it associated with the Ganges, it also became Ganga Jal. All the 4 droplets of water, their source are same, the mother is same, the cloud, but because of the association of different things, one drop associated with the gutter became the gutter water. Second drop got association of the oyster, became the pearl. And the third drop, because it fell on the hot pan, it evaporated. And the most fortunate water drop fell into the Mother Ganges, became Ganga Jal. So therefore, of course, our birth, nation, family, it also has some effects, some importance. But more than that, throughout our life, who do we associate with has most important. So, here also in this verse it said, that because of the one person is envious nature could not see the lotus feet of Krishna, and other person, just like we saw, the two branches of a same tree, because of the different association, although from one lineage, got different association. Similarly, in Bhishmaka's family, Rukmi and Rukmini, father is same. But because Rukmi was so envious of Krishna, therefore he couldn't appreciate Krishna. And Rukmini, she had such a natural affection and love towards Krishna. So she got salvation, she got Krishna prema. And Rukmi was dead. So today is Rukmini Dwadashi. So we'll try to narrate a little bit about the glories of Rukmini Mata. So Bhishmak was the king of the province named Vidarbha. Even today, that Kaundinapur is still there. You can go and visit ISKCON Center. Beautiful ISKCON Center, short, a little temple, but very beautiful. So that Kaundinapur was the capital city of Vidarbha, and Bhishmak was the king. Bhishmak had 5 sons and 1 daughter. The eldest was Rukmi, the second is Rukmaratha, third is Rukmabahu, fourth is Rukmakesh, and fifth is Rukmamali. And the sixth one was dear mother Rukmini. She was so beautiful. Vaishampayan Rishi tells Janmejaya that at that time on the planet Earth there was no one equal to Rukmini Matas as far as the beauty and the qualities are concerned. So Rukmini Mata, Jiva Goswami writes in Gopal Champu and also gives a commentary on Brahma Samhita. Shriya Kantaha Kanta Paramapurushaha Shriya Kantaha Kanta. Rukmini or Lakshmi is, or especially Rukmini Mata, she is a direct personal expansion of Sri Radha. That is the meaning of Shriya Kantaha Kanta Paramapurusha. So Jiva Goswami writes that she is a personal expansion of Sri Radha, therefore is so beautiful and she is full of all the qualities. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes in one of the songs, Uma Rama Satya Shachi Chandra Rukmini Radha Avatar Sabe Amanayavani. Amanayavani means, this is mentioned in the Vedas or in the scriptures, that Uma Rama Satya, especially Rukmini, she is a personal expansion of Sri Radha. And what are her qualities? All our acharyas, they write that who is a ideal girl to get married to. Of course, along with the beauty, there are other 5 qualities. And those 5 qualities are, the first is, she should be very intelligent. If she is not intelligent, she will ruin the entire family. So, the first qualification of a girl is, she should be intelligent, and there are auspicious bodily marks in the body, figure. Then, third one is magnanimous, very kind, very compassionate, always ready to forgive others. The fourth one is very beautiful. One of the 5 qualities, beautiful. And the fifth one is behavior or a character is very pure. So these are the 5 qualities Acharya write that she is the best girl to get married to. And additional to all these qualities, there were some more qualities of Rukmini Mata. And one prominent quality of Mother Mata, Rukmini, is she was very shy and pleasant nature. Whoever she would speak to, they would feel so happy. That was her pleasant nature. And because of this quality, Krishna was attracted to Rukmini Mata. She was very shy and pleasant nature. very magnanimous, very merciful, always tolerant. So these are the qualities of a great lady. So Bhishma, he wanted his daughter should get married to Krishna. Because Krishna is the only person who is eligible to get married to Rukmini at that time. But Bhishma had these 5 sons, and the eldest was Rukmini, and he was very envious. He didn't like Krishna without any reason. There was no interaction between Rukmini and Krishna. But see this envious nature, there is no reason. We should not there should be some interaction, then only you become envious of someone. No. But especially with Krishna, some jivas or some living entities or human beings, they are born, they have so much hatred towards Krishna, envy towards Krishna. So similarly, this entire team was like Bahilaka, Jayadrat, Shalva, and then Shishupal, Dantavakra, and one of them was this Rukmini. They really hate Krishna. So although Bhishma wanted to get his daughter married to Krishna, but Rukmini was so powerful, he was very influenced in the family, so Bhishma couldn't do anything. Actually, Bhishma should have taken decision. He was the king, like Duryodhana and Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra was the king. He should have taken the decision, but he would always listen to Duryodhana. Okay, beta, what you say? So similar situation here also. Bhishma said, okay, my son Rukmini doesn't want, it's okay. He also agreed that, okay, my daughter will get married to Shishupal. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a story of a young Brahmana and old Brahmana. So the old Brahmana is saying, Bada vipra kahe tumi nakar samshay toma ke kanya diba ame karila nishay. When the young Brahmana is serving this old Brahmana, they were traveling all over the holy places in India. So because he was so pleased with his services, he said, okay, I promise you in this holy place, I'll get my daughter married to you. Na karo samshay, don't doubt about this. But then Chota Vipra says, Chota Vipra bale tomar, stri putra saba, bahu gyati goshti tomar, bahuta bandhava. Then he says, my dear sir, don't give any promises to me, because you are not a decision maker in your family. You have bahu bandhava, your family relations and your relatives are so many, so you can't give promise to me because your sons will not agree to your decision. And then he says, Tasabara sammati bina nahe kanyadan Rukmini rapita bhishmak tahate praman. So unless the entire family gives the permission and blessings, you should not give a promise. Because we have the example in the past. Bhishma also wanted to give his daughter to Krishna, but because he was influenced by it, so he gives the example, that Chota Brahmana gives the example, that Rukmini's example. Bhishma wanted to give his daughter to Krishna, but he could not do it. And then in Chaitanya Charitamrita explains, Bhishma kera ichha Krishne kanya samarpite putrera virodhe kanya narila arpite. Although he had a strong desire, but he could not do it. So now our Acharya is right. This Shishupal, he is a Ravan from his previous life. Ravana again was born as a Shishupal, and Dantavakra was Kumbhakarna. So Ravan also, he was destroyed because of his strong attachment for Mother Sita. Similarly, Shishupal also died because of unnecessary attachment to Rukmini Mata. So the same example is repeated here. So now, Rukmini Mata tried to explain to her brother, my dear brother, please understand, this is a Swayamvara, that the bride has a right to choose her husband. So you please don't interfere in my desire, okay? But he didn't listen. So now Rukmini Mata, wow, beautifully Bhagavatam explains, she was just thinking in her mind, She said that Krishna is Paramatma. He is situated in my heart, and whatever my loving propensities are towards Krishna, he knows everything perfectly. Then why is he not coming here and kidnapping me or taking me to his place? Then Kunti, she only answers. She says, maybe he is very much attached to the gopis. He likes only gopis. He may not like me. Therefore, he is not coming to Vidarbha. And then again she says, no, 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 no. Krishna is Bhakta Vassal. He is very merciful. He is very kind. Any devotee who cries in the heart for Krishna's love, Krishna surely reciprocates with that devotee. So therefore I should not doubt Krishna's nature as a Bhakta Vatsala. And then she says, wow, what a beautiful line. She says that if I commit suicide, if Krishna doesn't come here, and if I commit suicide, my parents have nothing to do with me. She said that they will not be affected. If I commit suicide, neither my parents nor my brothers, no one will be affected. So why should I commit suicide? Acharyas write this. It's like a completely vain. Only I am at loss. No one is at loss. No one will feel any problem or any disturbance or problem in their life. So therefore, suicide cancel. Marana cancel. Then she said, okay, so what should I do? Let me try something else. So here Rukmini Mata gives a very motivational talk, example to all of us. At any case, you should not go to that level, that there is no Krishna or nothing, there is no hope for my life, let me finish my life now. No. So Rukmini Mata is saying, Krishna is there, we must try our best. See, Rukmini Mata didn't say, okay, Krishna is the Supreme Lord, he knows my heart, so therefore I'll just sit in the room and Krishna will come and do everything. No. Even she also put her efforts. She wrote a letter. And she was searching for a trustworthy Brahmana who can deliver my letter to Krishna. So she wrote 7 verses in the love letter, the first love letter, the original love letter, and the only love letter, only divine love letter. Others are, we can't give any comments on that, but this is the best love letter. So she wrote a letter and she was thinking, just imagine, at this moment she is so desperate that within one day a Brahmana should go to Krishna and hand over this letter, not to anyone. Now see, Rukmi had such an army, Bhishma is the king. Now who will listen to this lady, poor lady? But there was one trustworthy Brahmana. So Rukmini Mata called him, said, could you please help me? Hand over this letter only to Krishna. And then, or Acharya write, that fortunate Brahmana is Vishwamitra Muni. Vishwamitra Muni in his previous life, he negotiated Rama's marriage with Sita Mahi. And here, he is now delivering this letter to Krishna, and in his next life, he became, what is that name? Vanmali Ghataka. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got married to Lakshmi Devi. So that marriage also was arranged by Vanmali Ghatak, and this Vanmali Ghatak is Vishwamitra Muni. So yesterday I was thinking that this Vishwamitra Muni is so fortunate. He just did one day service. He just delivered that one letter from Vidarbha to Dwarika. But this is the perfect time and the best service he did is entire all the lives. Therefore, all the blemish are finished. Like, his relation with Ramba and Menaka, he is fighting with Vashishta Rishi, he wanted to become a Brahmana, this, that, everything is finished, burnt and tore apart, just by one activity, delivering this one letter to Krishna. So it doesn't matter how many 50,000 years and 100,000 years he performed austerities, actually there has no importance. He delivered this letter of Rukmini Mata, because here Rukmini Mata needed that one. Just like Sita Mai, when she saw Hanumanji came as a messenger of Lord Ram. She was so moved, she started crying. She said, Hanuman, henceforth I declare here, after Sri Ram, you are the most loving to my heart, most intimate to my heart. So, because you have delivered the message of Sri Ram to me. So here, even when the Brahmana came back from Krishna, and she saw Brahmana, and from the distance, he was so smiling and laughing. He wanted to give complete conviction to my mother. Your message is done. Your service is job done. And she was so happy. And it is mentioned in the Bhagavatam, she had nothing to offer to him. She just offered obeisances to him. He said, my dear Brahmana, right now I have nothing to offer to you. Please be satisfied with simple one obeisances. And he got everything. More than the 14 planetary system, more than Ramba, Urvasi, Tilottama, everything. Because Mother Rukmini was so satisfied. So now this trustworthy Brahmana, he carried that letter. He went to Dwarika. And Dwarikavasi, like the guards, they immediately opened the door, gate. He went, entered the inside. Krishna saw. Krishna immediately got down from his throne and he made him sit on a different asasana. He washed his feet and provided him nice food and rest. While massaging the feet of this messenger, now his Krishna is asking, yes, my dear Brahmana, how can I serve you? Ask for anything. Ask for any benediction. And then here, specifically it's mentioned that Krishna asks this Brahmana, do you want that I should liberate the entire universe? If you ask this, I will do it at this moment. So Krishna was so happy. Krishna knew this is the message because Narad Muni had already told him. And also Bhagavatam explains why Rukmini Mata had given her heart to Krishna. Very important. Because Narad Muni, very often he would visit Bhishmaka's palace. There was no reason. He had no interest in talking to Bhishmaka and Rukmi. He knew that Balika, Rukmini, she is sitting in the Jharoka and she is listening. So therefore very loudly Narad Muni would chant Krishna's glories. He would say how beautiful Krishna is, how merciful, how kind, his shaurya, his virata, his chivalrous, everything would... Bhishma bhi sochta hoga kya hai? Every time Narad Muni comes to my place without any reason and he just speaks about Krishna. A Rukmi, envious fellow, he would just look at Narad Muni, what are you doing here? But Narad Muni would come simply for one person. That is Rukmini Mata. So because of hearing about Krishna's glories, she became mad for Krishna. Shunvata swakatha Krishna Punya Sravana Kirtana Hridayantastoya Bhadrani Vridinoti Shuhasatam Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya Bhagavatir Uttama Shloke. What is next time? Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtikim. Simply by hearing about Krishna every day. Therefore, Prabhupada is such a great Acharya for Kali Yuga. He knows that every single jiva who is born in Kali Yuga, they are more or less sinful. But the process is so powerful. Nashta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. Even if you are a mlecha, lower than a chandala, doesn't matter. Every day you just hear Krishna's glories, chant Krishna's holy name, and very soon you will find you become a pure devotee. So we should not be so proud that no one can change my heart. I am so sinful, no one can change my heart. No. The vidhi, the process is there. So don't simply cry or lament, oh, there is no hope for me, there is no hope for me. Do something. Chant Krishna's holy name every day. Read Bhagavatam. Of course, Rukmini Mata is the eternal associate of Krishna. she is Lakshmi, she is Radha. But here she is showing example that if you hear Krishna's glories every day, you will become free from everything and you will become attached to Krishna. So, now Rukmini Mata has sent letter to the Brahmana, and Krishna is asking this Brahmana, my dear Brahmana, are you happy in your life? Are you satisfied? Now this question also is very important. Our acharyas give commentary that they say that if a Brahmana or a Vaishnava is happy and satisfied, then only they can do their regular rituals or their religious duties. If someone is not happy, satisfied, then they can't even preach to others and they themselves will not be happy. So, the first question is asking, are you satisfied? And then the Brahmana says, my dear sir, I have come as a simply messenger. So Sridhar Swami writes, there are three types of messengers. The first is Amritartha. Amritartha messenger is called one who is self-appointed messenger. The second is Nrishmartha, who is appointed messenger. And the third is Patrahara. Patrahara means who is a message bearer. So he is now in the third category. He is simply giving a message to Krishna. So now, because he was so pure-hearted, Krishna said, you yourself read the letter. So now the Brahmana is reading the letter. The first verse is so important, so beautiful. Even Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Mayapur, at Chandrasekhar Acharya's Bhavan, he suddenly called Buddhimatta Khan. He said, Buddhimatta, today I want to sing, dance and take part in the drama. Today evening. So you please make all arrangements. All the clothes, costumes and this and that, everything should be ready. In the evening, I want to dance and take part in the drama. And he said, I want to take a role of Lakshmi and Rukmini. So while acting as Rukmini, Krishna or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recited the same verse which Rukmini Mata writes. Shrutva gunan bhuvana sundara srunvatam me srunvatam te nirvishya karna vivare harato angatapam Rupam drusham drushimatam akhilarthalabham Tvayachyuta veshati chittam apatrapam me. She says, Shrutva gunan. Simply by hearing Shrutva gunan, your qualities. Shrutva gunan bhuvana sundara. You are the most beautiful in the entire creation. Shrutva bhuvana sundara srunvatam me. Whoever listens to your glories, your qualities, nirvishya karna vivare. Now karna, that nectar when it goes through the ears holes and enters into heart, harato angatapam. One becomes free from the distress of bodily fatigue. All our problems will be solved completely. Angatapam, all kinds of tapam, one becomes free. And the next, Rupam drusham drushimatam. You are so beautiful. And if someone looks at you, now the first is hearing the qualities, second is seeing at you. Rupam drusham drushimatam akhilarthalabham. And simply by seeing your beautiful form, akhilarthalabham. Labham means all the desires. All your desires will be fulfilled, whether it's a material desires or of spiritual desires. All our desires will be fulfilled. Therefore, chittam apatramam me. Shamelessly I have given my heart to you. Because I know, simply by hearing your qualities and seeing, all of my problems will be solved. So now, Krishna, after hearing these verses, now Krishna is arguing with Rukmini. Rukmini is in Vidarbha, Krishna is in Dwarika. So Krishna is arguing with Rukmini. He says, oh my dear lady, I understand your heart, but how do you expect that I'll come to save you? You are just an unknown lady. I don't even know you. How do you expect that I'll come to your place and I'll fight with all the kings and I'll save you? What is the reason? And then she says, my dear Krishna, don't think that I am only at fault. You are also equally at fault. Because your qualities are, whoever sees you or listen to your qualities, you attract everyone, even to unknown people. That you also don't know that you attract everyone and you think that you are innocent. You are at not fault. But because your qualities, your beauty is so high, you attract everyone, and therefore, how do you say that I am at fault? You and me both are at fault because you are beautiful, your qualities are so beautiful, therefore I shamelessly get attracted to you. And now, Krishna is asking, are you the only lady who is attracted to me? Are not there other ladies? So why should only I have come to you? Then she says, no, I am not the only lady. There are hundreds and thousands. And specially she writes, very strong words here, the intelligent lady. Now these are not my words. This is directly from Srimad Bhagavatam. No, not even paraphrased words, the same words. The intelligent lady will not accept any ordinary man as her husband, who is simply a bunch of or a bag of bones, muscles, stool, urine, mustache, beard, head hair, and nails. These are the exact words of Rukmini Mata. If some lady accepts some man as a husband who is simply a bag of bones and bones and stool and pus and urine and then all these hairs and mustache and beard, how can I call her intelligent? So, but there are some ladies, they are very intelligent. They accept you as their husband because you are the original husband. These are the exact words of Rukmini Mata in the prayers. Now the third question Krishna asked to Rukmini, now tell me, do you think that your love is pure love? You have so many desires. You see the example of Bali Maharaj. Surrender, fully surrender. He didn't ask anything from me. I just asked him and he surrendered fully. But you have so many desires. Then she says, my dear Krishna, Bali Maharaj gave you dana, charity. I am also offering you danam. Dan of my body, dan of my heart, dan of my everything. So why not I can be compared with Bali Maharaj? Bali Maharaj was nirbhav. Nirbhav means he didn't say anything. He didn't express his desire. You asked him, he gave you. These are Rukmini Mata's words. He asked something from you, you gave him. You asked him something and he gave you. It was nirbhava. But in my case, there is additional bhav also. I am also giving you charity of everything, but with the full love, full happiness, and from my side 100%. There is no hiding something, no, ye acha nahi hai, wo nahi dungi. Aisa nahi. Everything is for you. So I am also like Bali Maharaj. I am also giving you danam. And then she says, Krishna, I answered all your questions. Now listen to my prayers. If you see a lioness, she is so powerful. A jackal cannot unite with lioness. She is meant for a lion. And if you don't come here, the Shishupal jackal is here. Do you think that the lioness is meant for jackal? This is a share of a lion. You please come and take it. These are the words of Rukmini Mata. So, wow, this is really love. Huh? She's also giving him a plan how to kidnap her. See, now first she wrote all the logical points in the letter, and she also said, this is my desire, you please come here. And how you should enter in Vidarbha? You should not come with your whole army. You just come one by one. You enter in the kingdom only with few people and just tell whoever asks you, suppose my father Bhishmak asks you, why did you come to Vidarbha? You just tell him that I have come to see the splendor of this marriage. This marriage is so gorgeous, so much of arrangement, the city is nicely decorated. I have just come to see the decoration of the city. I have just come to see the splendor of the marriage. Planning also she is giving. And next day, like tomorrow, before marriage, I'll also go to Ambika's temple. And there will be only few guards with me, bodyguards, protectors. And I'll walk on foot. She writes there. I will walk on foot. At that time, you can kidnap me. Now Krishna says, everything is done. मेरे side में कुछ बचा ही नहीं. I can't even argue now. She has already given the plan to me. So then he tells the Brahmana, okay Brahmana. He calls Daruka, keep our chariot ready. And Krishna starts his journey at night because it's so urgent, emergency. Krishna says, Daruk, bring all my weapons, and immediately start leaving. So Krishna and the Brahman and the Daruk, three of them start the journey. Bhagavatam explains it took one night for Krishna to reach Vidarbha. I was thinking that when Draupadi Mai called Krishna, within a fraction of a second he came from Dwarika to that forest. Right? So for Krishna, it doesn't need one night for traveling. But sometimes Krishna also performs the role like a human being. Okay, because you are written letter like a human being, I'll also act like a human being. I'll travel through the chariot. And then he came. Wow. When now whole night, Rukmini Mata was so desperate. She simply was crying. What will happen? She didn't know. Now she is expecting what will happen. And she was thinking, कोई chance दिख नहीं रहा है. Next day morning, she saw there was a little twit in her body. On the left side of her body, like thighs, arms, and eyes started quaking. So then that was a good sign that something desirable is happening. So she felt like, wow, Krishna must be coming now. And then she saw that Brahmana. Wow, she became so pleased, she was so happy. She started dancing. She started doing kirtan, Krishna kirtan. And she wore a nice wedding dress, all the ornaments. She was so happy. Rukmini was also doubtful. What happened to her? She was not even ready to get married to Shishupal. And now she is suddenly in full mood. Now Rukmini Mata, she is walking very happily towards Ambika temple. Beautiful part. Rukmini Mata is really, in this case, she is so eager. When she went to Ambika's temple, she was constantly praying to Ambika, please send Krishna here, please send Krishna here. And after the puja, she came out of the temple and she saw this from distance Krishna. The first glance, she was just imagining Krishna's form throughout her life. But when she saw actually Krishna, she said like a million times, billion times more than imaginations. He's so beautiful. So then she started walking towards, and all the kings, there's Dantavakra, Shishupal, all these Shalva, Jayadrat, Vidurat, all these kings, they are so lusty fellows. They were looking at Rukmini Mata. And here, Acharya is right, Rukmini Mata acted like a Mahamaya, illusory energy. Okay, you want to see that form? No problem. The same Yogamaya turns into Mahamaya if you have no desire to serve Krishna. If you have desire to serve Krishna, the same Mahamaya will help us to come to Krishna. So here Rukmini Mata, she became a Mahamaya and she was so beautiful and they were like having some different desires. Simply by looking at Rukmini Mata, all those kings, some of them were riding on elephants, some of them were riding on horses. Their weapons fell down, Not only the apples, they themselves fell down from their animals, from the chariots, from the elephants, from the horses. Not only they fell down, they became unconscious. Why did they become unconscious? That was a plan of Rukmini Mata. Now she gave hint to Krishna. See, Krishna, now we have no excuses, okay? Half of the job is done by me. They are all now behosh. They are all unconscious. At least kidnap me now. You don't even have to fight with them. Just see, she's so eager. By seeing her, they all become unconscious, and there was at least 5-10 minutes with Krishna. So Krishna came, she lifted up Rukmini Mata. She was so happy. She sat, boarded the chariot, and the chariot not just running, chariot flying. And all of them came back to their consciousness. They saw, oh my God. And all of them said, okay. They also make the same dialogue in Bhagavatam. If you read, they also said, oh, the share which was meant for a lion, jackal has taken now, okay, we'll take a revenge. And it was meant for a lion. Lion is Krishna. You are all jackals. But they are saying that they are the kings. They are the lions, and Krishna is like a jackal. So they all started chasing. And suddenly, Balram enters. Balramji said, when Balramji came to know that Krishna went alone to Vidarbha, he said, okay, he has so much affection for Krishna. So wherever there is Krishna, Balram also is there. So Balram came with his army, and there was no need of an army. He just took his plow and hit it on the ground. There was a complete gap like a river. No one could go ahead. No one could chase Krishna. And then single-handedly, Balramji defeated all of them. But Rukmini was so envious. He took a vow in front of all those kings. He said, I will defeat Krishna, I will kill him. And if I am not able to kill him, I will not enter into this kingdom Vidarbha. And he was so proud or egoistic, he couldn't defeat Krishna. He did not enter into Vidarbha. He established another kingdom where he was defeated. At the same place, he established another kingdom. So, and now very important, when all the kings were defeated, Jayadratha is so shameless. He is coming to Shishupal. Now his exact words are, no paraphrased word. He said, oh Shishupal, don't be depressed. Look at me. I got defeated 17 times. Jayadratha is telling Shishupal, you are defeated only by one time. I was defeated 17 times, but still I didn't give up. And then it's mentioned, Bhagavatam explained that every time he would bring 23 Akshavani Sena. Mahabharata total 18, 11 plus 7. Every time he would bring 23 Akshavani Sena for 17 times. Krishna really used him. Krishna wanted to kill all the demons on this planet Earth, and he just gave him a chance. Okay, now I'll not kill you, I'll kill others. Next time you bring other demons. So Krishna was just sitting at Mathura and Dwarka. He would just do the seva on behalf of Krishna. So Jayadratha is telling Shishupal, Jarasandha is telling Shishupal, I got defeated by Krishna 17 times, but I didn't give up. And then he says, happiness and unhappiness is not permanent. Is exact word from Bhagavatam. Happiness and unhappiness is not permanent. It's temporary phase. So don't worry. The time is not in our side today. Time is favoring them, but our time also will come. We'll again take a revenge. And then he says, But Shishupal was not happy with this discussion. So he was so envious of Krishna. So, of course, marriage to Baki, Rukmini Mata ka. So then Rukmini Mata sat in the chariot. They entered into Dwarka. Everyone was so happy. Rukmini Mata got married. She is the first queen Krishna married to amongst all the 16,108. And she was the most principal queen. What happened later on the journey from Vidarbha to... Actually, she was so kind. When Rukmini was defeated, Krishna wanted to kill him. But then Rukmini Mata said, please, पहली बार आपसे कुछ मांग रही हूँ. Please don't kill my brother. Krishna said, okay, because you are saying, chao. Then he said, but I must punish you. Therefore, Krishna disfigured his body. He shaved his head. I was thinking, shaving head is, how can it be called insult? But then disfiguring the head, not just shaving complete, but keeping some shikas here, there, that is disfiguring. That is called insult. Complete shaven head is not an insult. So otherwise, Rukmi was insulted by shaving. So that shaving is not an insult, but disfigured shaving is insult. So anyway, we'll discuss some other time. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Rukmini Mata ki jai. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna.